Did you know that there are over 150 species of butterflies that are commonly found in Wisconsin?
Wow.
In our summer, spring, summer, early fall season. And it could be anything from like just really those common pale yellow sulfurs, which are really pretty, or something super dramatic like a tiger swallowtail. And we also have a fair number of butterflies that come through that are really spectacular, butterflies and moths that come through that are really spectacular, that got just sort of passed by.
Very pretty.
So like Cecropias, or so what's
Fascinating.
Yeah, they're like huge.
Yeah.
So, but we all have our favorites. Gail, what's your favorite?
Well, it's not going to sound boring, but I really like monarchs. They're just fascinating, and they've been here for, they come in the fall when everybody's looking for them, and they, come and eat the milkweed. They form a chrysalis, and then you can just see the butterfly come out. It's really fun.
It's a super fun project for kids if you can find one on something and you can sort of watch the whole life cycle.
Exactly. Everybody's done that.
I personally love the hummingbird clear wings, which are, it's like the size of a bumblebee, and it acts just like a hummingbird. So it hovers and feeds at the same time, and you can almost hear the wings beating because they go so fast.
Yeah. Nice.
So everybody wants butterflies in their yard because it's super colorful, and it's kind of a way of having flowers that kind of move around. But there are ways and things that you can do to sort of attract them to your yard.
Yeah.
So what are
obviously planting the right flowers, that butterflies like, and where there are many perennials and annuals that they like to come in and take nectar from. But if you want to supplement that, you can use these simple little butterfly feeders. Basically, it's just a nectar feeder, so you put the nectar in the little bowl, and then little wicks stick up here that they come and sit on and draw nectar from the hummingbird or the butterfly feeder, and they really like that.
They do.
So, and it's a nice way to look at them up close.
And they do like a lot of the same kinds of flowers that hummingbirds like.
do.
So things that are kind of small and tube shaped that might have a lot of nectar because that's what they're feeding on.
Right. And then there are things too that people like to put in their yard that would be considered butterfly houses, and they just basically have the slots that they can go in there, and they just go in there for protection. And over the winter, they can sometimes we'll actually spend the winter season in there. Some you can put in your yard that would go in your flower beds like this, just really pretty accents to your flower beds.
Even if they don't go in there, it's pretty anyway.
Yeah, it is. It's a nice piece of garden art. And another thing that is helpful sometimes if you're unsure about what kind of butterfly you have, we have this nice Midwest guide to butterflies, and it does show different types that you can go through here and identify what might be in your yard. So this is really a helpful little booklet for identifying different types of butterflies.
And butterflies and moths are super related, and a lot of times we think they're interchangeable, but they're not. And there are two really easy ways that you can tell the difference. Moths have very feathery antennae,
right?
And when they land, their wings at resting tend to be flat, where a butterfly has that long antenna, and when they are resting, they tend to fold up their wings.
Yeah. So have fun watching for butterflies.
Yeah, this is always a fun thing to do, to see what you have and to kind of look it up and figure out what it is.
And it's good to do with your kids.
Absolutely. So get out in your yard and maybe attract some butterflies and figure out what you have. And from all of us here at the Bruce Company, happy spring. It's almost here.